Have you ever seen a message from a girl pop up on your guy's phone? Or do you think your guy is talking to other women? Or are you scared to find out if he is? We're going to be talking about this today. Hello, ladies. My name is Yeva. I am Gresha's sister and one of her high value women coaches. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing 6 reasons on why your guy is still talking to other women and what you can do about it. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you take the self-awareness test to find out if you're a woman of high value or a woman of low value, and you can find that test down below in the description section. Go ahead and check out Gresha's ebook, which is called Devoted Relationships. In the ebook, you learn how to have high value relationships and what it takes to have high value relationships. Go ahead and check it out. You can find it down below in the description section. Also, if you want to get your hands on a really cool t-shirt or a hoodie, go ahead and check out Gresha's online store that you can find down below as well. Without further ado, let's jump into the first reason on why he is talking to other women. So the first thing that you have to ask yourself is, when is this actually going on? This point is very important because we need to identify when your guy is actually potentially talking to other women. If you guys are, for example, only dating and you're not official yet, then he is allowed to talk to other women and date other women, and you are as well. And that is simply because you guys are still dating. So that's very clear and simple. However, when you do get into a relationship with your guy, he should not be talking to other women in a sexual manner or flirting with them behind your back or hiding it from you. If he does do that, then I actually consider this as a form of cheating because his intentions are sexual towards those women and he is actually hiding it from you. If he is, however, simply talking to his work colleague about work after hours because there is a project that's going on and you guys are in a relationship, for example, I think that is totally okay. The second reason that we're going to get into is, why does he actually do it? For one, there can be many reasons why a guy talks to other women. Again, like I mentioned in the first point, you have to understand or identify what type of conversation is actually going on. For example, is he DMing women on Instagram? Does he send sexy pictures of himself to other women? Or is he talking about the latest work project and is simply texting with his coworker about it in a very neutral manner? These are completely different scenarios, so you have to identify for yourself which scenario your guy fits into. The number one reason why your guy might be talking to other women in a sexual manner or have that intention is most likely because you have been acting low value. There can, of course, be other reasons involved. However, the one thing that we as women can do is reflect on our own behavior. And that is the most effective thing that we can do, because the only person that we can change is ourselves, right? And we should reflect on our own behavior. And I know this can sometimes sound harsh, but I really do think it's the truth. This is also a way of how we as humans can immensely grow when we look and analyze our own behavior. I don't want you to understand this differently than I'm actually trying to get it out there. I don't think there's anything that justifies cheating. It is the cruelest thing that has ever been done in a relationship. But the one thing that we can look at is men's psychology and why men actually do this, and analyze our own behavior as well. So you have to ask yourself some of the following questions. Have I been acting low value? Have I been mothering him? Have you been over giving him attention and validation? Or maybe you've been nagging at him consistently for a longer period of time. If that has been the case, or if you can identify with any of the low value behaviors that I have mentioned, then these behaviors really do push men away. This can be one of the reasons why he is doing these things, especially if he's sending flirty or sexual messages to other women, or is hiding things like that from you. If you have not been acting low value, but you have been high value most of the part, then maybe he is simply like that. The third reason, or the third thing that you have to ask yourself is, do you trust him? You have to remember that there is no relationship without trust. You have to be able to trust a man. If you are in a relationship with a man, but you are not able to trust him for whatever reason, it's going to be really hard for you, and you actually might react to things that you shouldn't be reacting to, or you might get paranoid if you do see a text, for example, from his coworker. Being scared that he might talk to other women, or having the need to check his phone or ask him where is he going, who is he talking to, who is he going out with, who he's texting, or acting suspiciously all the time literally breaks a relationship. A lot of the time, I honestly see a lot of women worrying for no apparent reason. And in most cases, it is simply because past experiences, past relationships, and insecurities that women have. So if you are feeling worried about your guy, that he might be doing something behind your back, make sure that you are actually worried for a good reason, that there is reason to worry, and not that it's just simply your insecurities that are making you feel this way. If he loves you and respects you, and you are acting high value, and he has good morals and good values, then you are most likely just acting paranoid and simply feeling insecure. The fourth question, or the fourth reason, or the fourth thing that we have to ask ourselves is, can we actually make it stop? Can we make him stop texting other women? Can we command him to not do that? It's a very important rule of thumb when it comes down to relationships, and that is that you cannot control your man, and it's not your job to do so. You should not, under any circumstances, reach out to the girl that he is communicating with or has texted with. That is simply marking your territory as a woman, and it is extremely unattractive because it is pursuing the guy, right? It's desperate and it's very low value. So whatever you do, do not reach out to the woman, even if you know who she is. Don't stalk the woman, and don't communicate with her privately under any circumstances, because doing so is simply low value. He will think that you absolutely don't trust him, and trust, respect, and love go completely hand in hand when it comes down to men. So you don't want to give him the impression that you don't trust him. So we come to the fifth point, and that is, what should you actually do? For one, there are a couple of high value things that you as a woman can do. For one, you should and can adjust how you act. Do not throw a tantrum about it. Don't confront him about it. Don't speak or start a conversation about it. Instead, act high value or as high value as you can and see if his attitude and most importantly his actions are going to be changing. If you, however, know that he has cheated on you and he really did mess up in a way, whether that is literally physically cheated on you or emotionally cheated on you, or has been extensively texting and talking and reaching out to other women, and you are 100% sure that he is doing that, then you do have some options. For one, you can either walk away from the relationship and move on, or option two, you can remove yourself from him for a certain amount of time until he essentially comes back to you and starts trying his absolute best to get you back. Whatever option you choose, you can't simply ignore cheating or ignore really bad behavior, because if it's not going to have a consequence, it's not going to be changing. And the consequence has to be big, and the consequence is very important. So his behavior, his bad behavior, has to have a consequence. Only then will his behavior change. If the consequence is not big enough, then men or people in general will simply repeat their pattern of bad behavior. So if you find out that your guy is texting or reaching out to women on social media, and you decide to not break up with him, but to really pull away completely, right? Then that is gonna have to be the consequence, right? And he will only get some of your attention if he really steps up his game, okay? So the consequence would be to really pull away, okay? Or break up, right? Either or. But there has to be a consequence. That is extremely important. For example, if you would just nag to him and complain to him about it, nothing would change. Maybe it would change for a couple of days, but his behavior of texting other women would be back to normal. In order to know what type of consequence it should essentially be, we need to know your exact story and everything that is happening. That way we can give you one-on-one, 100% personalized advice. And you can book a one-on-one session down below on Greta's website if you need help, or if you need help specifically in this direction. The sixth thing I want to talk about is how to actually go from here. If you are upset that he texted another girl, if you found out that he is cheating, or you are paranoid that he is not faithful, but you don't really have real evidence to prove that, there is one thing that you can for sure do, and that is get busy with your life. Pay more attention to yourself. Be more caring towards yourself. Start acting high value by not confronting him. Having your standards and sticking to them. Mostly paying attention to his actions and not his words. Looking at how he's treating you and how he is acting around you, but building a life for yourself that really does bring you joy. Make sure to not neglect yourself at hard times. Support yourself instead. That is the high value way. If you haven't already, then make sure you subscribe to Greta's YouTube channel down below and click the bell button to be notified whenever she uploads a brand new video. If you liked this video, then give me a thumbs up and let me know down below what you liked most. Don't forget to join Greta's High Value Women's School, where you can learn how to bring out the best in your man. It's a free Facebook group, and you can find the link to that in the description section down below. And if you would like to know how to get him to fall for you via text, games men play on women and how to handle them, how to get your ex back, how to set boundaries, or maybe you have a hobby that you want to turn into an online business, then Greta has these videos all up for sale on her website. You can find the link to that down below in the description section. Also, check out Greta's High Value Women course, where she teaches women how to be high value from A to Z. It's made up of 5 modules and 2 big bonuses. You can find the course down below in the description section also. I really do recommend checking it out. And if you would like to get coached by Greta, me, any member of Greta's team, then make sure to book a one-on-one session with us down below on Greta's website, which is bereisaite.com. We would love to help you out. Also, if you don't follow Greta on her Instagram, make sure you do that right now. Her Insta is Ladies Relationship Coach. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Have a great week. Bye.